As we have seen above, some functions return a list because that's just in their nature. But sometimes we want a function to return two quantities that are of interest to us that are not necessarily related in any special way. For instance, here we might want to compute, besides the greatest common divisor of two numbers, we might want to compute the least common multiple. So the way we can get a function to return those two values together is by returning a tuple. Let's see this example in detail. So this is code that I've copied from the Euclidean function. It's the code that computes the greatest common divisor. And now that I have the GCD and I know that's M, I just give it a name, a GCD, so that we remember what that is. And all that we have to do then is take M and multiply it by N and divide by this GCD, and that gives us this common multiple. So if we want to return both these quantities, what we can do is we can just put the tuple on the return line. So you see, we open a bracket and we have the two variables, and we close the bracket and the tuple is returned, which means that when we call the function, the two values can be assigned to two variables here, g and n. Incidentally, let's try that function. Oh, that's really weird. I mean, the least common multiple of 5 and 7 surely can't be 1, and it should also be an integer. So if you look at it carefully, you'll see that over here we have been changing n and m, so that in fact, in the end, m is 1. So these are not our original values for n and m at all. So we need to save them somewhere over here. And I'm not joking, this is the way I coded this function originally. It's easy to get carried away. So here is it, we're assigning it to mm and nn, so over here we're changing n and m, but we can still use mm and nn for our calculation. And as we said, any variables that we might have in the program that's calling that would not be affected anyway. So let's go and try it again. Oh, this looks a lot better, and we have a 35 here. Okay, we know this is an integer, so maybe we can, use an integer division here, so we won't have the 0.0. Great. So now we can try that with maybe less trivial numbers, and you'll see the LCM is in fact 70 and not 140, as one might have thought by just multiplying these two numbers. Okay, so this is one way of unpacking the results, and this is very Pythonic. People do that a lot. They even omit the brackets, and it works just the same. But obviously, if you want, you can go the long way around, and you can just do something like result equals GCD and LCM 10, 14, and then print that result. Try it for you. There we go. And so you could rewrite the printout as print GCD. This would be the first element of the tuple, so it would be result of not, and print LCM, and that would be the second element of the tuple, so index 1. And this pretty much does the same when we remove this print result. There it goes. So whether you write it that way or this way is pretty much your choice. It also depends on what you want to do afterwards with those variables. But you will find this type of construct over here a lot. It's very Pythonic, it's very idiomatic. You'll find it a lot.